Dr. Linda Espinosa often uses this chant to help us remember that the more languages we learn, the better. So let's do it together. Two is better than one. Earlier is better than later. Two is better than one. Earlier is better than later. The more opportunities to experience and use language, the richer the learning. And the earlier we do that with young children, the better. So, what do we know? Let's remember that learning more than one language is a benefit, that infants have the innate capacity to learn two languages from birth. Early dual language exposure does not delay development in either language. And dual language learners need systematic support for their home language while they're acquiring English. Learning from the family will benefit you and the child. And teachers and providers don't have to speak the language of the child to support home language development. Here are some of the key components of supporting young dual language learners that we've talked about during our sessions together. So dual language learners need specific supports. Our work should be rooted deeply and connected with family and culture. We intentionally plan. We use the family language as an interest interview form to begin to understand the needs of the child, the languages spoken, and how to support the environment so that there'll be rich opportunities for children to explore and learn in their home language and in English. And through that, we've talked about instructional supports, both in home language and in English. We want to remember that we need to build opportunities for children to hear and use their own language and English, and that we support language learning throughout the day, and that we have language models to do this. We want to bridge concepts using home language and then be able to help them transfer that concept and knowledge to learning and acquiring that same concept and knowledge in English. And remember, two or more is definitely better than one. Let's remember that unless you believe in your bones that having a second language in addition to English is a gift and not a disadvantage, and that diversity is a resource, not a problem to be solved, you are likely to respond to dual language children in ways that discourage the use of their home language, especially if you are not fluent in the home language of the child. So remembering that your belief system and how you work with young DLLs is critically important in valuing and honoring their diversity, their culture, and that richness really helps influence what you bring to their learning. We've also learned that rich language exchanges happen throughout the day. They happen spontaneously and in the moment. They are in response to the child, and that with good language models, we can really support home language exchanges and English exchanges. Now let's do one last review of the POLL strategies.